Nintendo just released what I'd consider to be the cardboard equivalent to Lego Mindstorms or Kinects. Nintendo Labo is intended to be an educational toy for kids, a learning tool. Now, does that mean that a grown-ass man can't have fun with it too? That's me, I'm the grown-ass man. I spent the weekend playing with this stuff. And by spent the weekend, I mean I hardly did anything else but play with Labo from the minute I purchased it.
This is gonna be good, or?
I have no idea.
I bought both the variety kit and the robot kit. Yeah. Let's get some misconceptions out of the way because this confused me a little bit too. The variety kit is $70 and the robot kit is $80. You don't need one in order to play the other. I know what you're thinking. It's a lot of money for some cardboard. The expense is justified by the software. You're getting a full game plus a fat stack of cardboard accessories. You can print out the plans for replacement parts from Nintendo's Japanese website. I will link to that below. For some reason, it's not on the English website yet. After you print them out, you can either lay them out on your own pieces of cardboard, or you can draw them onto cardboard and cut them out that way. Nintendo also says that you'll be able to purchase replacement cardboard sheets. They have pricing available, but I have yet to see any buying options yet. Now, before you go running off just to buy the replacement parts, A, that'll cost more than just buying the kit itself, and B, you won't have the software. And, this is the important part, each kit comes with its own piece of software. So you need Toy-Con 1 in order to play with the variety kit, and you need Toy-Con 2 to play with the robot kit, and those only come in the kits.
This is actually the first Switch cartridge I've ever owned. Yep.
I was under the impression when they announced this thing that you could just buy one of the kits and then buy the cardboard for the second kit. That's not the case. You need the software for each. It takes 7 1/4 to 12 hours just to build everything in the variety kit. That sounds about the average playtime for a $60 video game, but that's just the estimated time to build the stuff. That doesn't even include the time to play with the stuff. As a grown-ass man, 12 hours out of your weekend is a lot of time. That's time that could be spent outside enjoying the springtime with your friends or family, maybe meeting new people or experiencing new things, not sitting inside all day playing with Labo. I did that. I sat inside all day and played Labo. But of course, on top of that build time, you could spend hours playing with these cardboard creations. The fun here is when you're done building one of these Toy-Cons and you finally get to play with it. It's that much more fun knowing that you created this. It's incredibly rewarding. So the variety kit comes with 5 Toy-Con creations. That's the name that they gave to each cardboard thing you can build. There's the RC car, the fishing rod, the house that has this little dude inside, the motorbike, and the piano. Each increasingly more daunting to build. I only built the RC car, the motorbike, and the piano. The robot kit only comes with the robot Toy-Con, which takes about 3 to 4 hours to build. So that's a substantial undertaking. After I was done with the variety kit, I decided, you know what? I'm good. And I returned the robot kit. What, don't look at me like that. I mean, nobody got time for that. The RC car is the simplest to build and gives you a general idea of what Labo is all about. So it's the perfect starter. It's really just a Joy-Con holder with little bug legs.
Oh wow, Matt, it knows what color my Joy-Cons are. That's cool.
The Joy-Cons slot right in the sides. Mine were a little bit loose at the top, but they weren't going anywhere. The vibrations of the Joy-Con are what push the RC car forward. I had to add a higher frequency vibration to my right Joy-Con because it was a little bit lopsided. This could be because my left Joy-Con was one that I replaced the shell on. Maybe I did something? I don't know, but it was all very simple to figure out with the on-screen controls. You can also tap the screen to switch between an infrared view, which is essentially night vision, and a depth map that looks like a heat map. You can also set the RC car to follow mode, and it's supposed to follow whatever is in front of it, but it doesn't really do that great of a job. But this is the perfect teaser, the perfect summary of what Labo is. All of these creations use all of the features of the Joy-Con in unique and interesting ways to bring to life what was just cardboard mere minutes ago. Or hours, depending on the kit. Is the sun done ruining my shot yet? Or do I look f***ing awesome? The motorbike follows this same theme. A significantly longer build. I actually did it in 2 parts because I was not expecting it to take as long as it did. There are 2 games here. One is a straight up race and the other is a balloon popping motocross free-for-all. They felt very 3DS Pilot Wings, which felt very Wii Sports, which is appropriate. The HD rumble of the engine feels awesome when you fire it up and when you rev it. Thanks to a little tiny rubber band inside the right handlebar, the whole thing doesn't feel like cardboard anymore. It feels like a machine. You can create your own racetrack by just driving around freely, but you can also create your own motocross area by using the IR from your Joy-Con to scan in whatever you'd like. Some big objects are a little difficult to get just right. It's called a goods. Don't let the actual gameplay here shy you away from showing this finished kit off to somebody who doesn't necessarily play games too often. It's very easy to just pick up and play. And finally, the popular one, the one that I couldn't wait to try out, the piano. This took me a little over 2 goddamn hours to build. I did it while listening to a podcast, so it was actually kind of relaxing. There are a lot of components here. The Labo's step-by-step build guide makes everything super simple. This whole experience gave me slight IKEA furniture vibes. The entire kit is powered by the Joy-Con's infrared camera in the back. It points directly at the back of the keys, which have pieces of reflective tape on them. It's quite genius. When you press a key up, the tape reveals itself. There's a whole lot of other components too, like these knobs that can change the instrument or the sound that you get. The whammy bar, for a lack of a better term. A play, pause, and record button. They are all powered by reflective tape. The coolest sound this piano is capable of is this one. The vibrating sound. It's not actually emitting any sound out of the Switch's speakers. It's vibrating the Joy-Con at a frequency that resonates the hollow box. Each note is a different frequency. It actually sounds really good and it's surprisingly loud. Another really cool function is in the studio portion. The Labo comes with this little beat card. Each line corresponds to a different drum, similar to how a drum machine works. You punch the holes out of the card and slot the card into the piano. The IR sensor reads the card and it generates the beat. You can also use the left Joy-Con to dictate the tempo. I had just a little bit of fun with this one. I'm just kidding, I'm not singing. There's a lot more with the piano that I didn't even get a chance to play with. Actually, there's a lot more to every Toy-Con that I didn't get a chance to play with. There's the Toy-Con Garage, which lets you basically code your own functions using the Joy-Con's features. The Verge has a cool video where they turn the Switch into a guitar. It'd be nice if I had resources or a team of people or money or, gee, I don't know, maybe just these games early? So, I think Labo is super cool. If you're wondering which kit to get, just get the Variety Kit, and if you like it, then get the Robot Kit later on. It's nice to start small and learn the basics. It's a really cool and fun activity. Just make sure you set aside a lot of time. I'd suggest piecing it together over multiple nights. Make it a week-long activity with a friend or a significant other. Or better yet, a child like it was meant for. Just keep in mind that there will be a mess about your house for the duration of the building. Just look at my frickin' scrap pile. Building is, of course, where most of the fun is to be had. Then finishing the build and admiring your work. So, for grown man children, I say go for it if you have the money, the space, and the time. Don't try to rush it into a weekend so you can make it in time for a video. So what do you guys think about Nintendo Labo? Did you get one for yourself? Are you thinking about getting one, or are you now not interested at all? Leave it in the comments below, at me on Twitter, all of this other social media garbage. Of course, we have new videos and live streams all the time. Here's our schedule. We are here on YouTube, and we are also on twitch.tv/wolfden, and you can support us, please, on both to get special access to our supporter-only Discord, where we post some of these videos early, and you can write in the chat, and it'll come up on screen during our live streams. This week on Twitch, I'll be playing Super Mario 64 Ocarina of Time, the ROM hack that puts Ocarina of Time inside of Super Mario 64. And of course, the most important things that you can do is subscribe. Share this video with a friend who maybe likes building things like Lego. Please share it, because this video took way longer than I would have liked it to take. Thank you guys very much. You guys have yourselves a very good week.